Hey there tech fans, Rick here again from the O-Ray team. In today's video, I'll show you how to use the ToVi X2 solution to create a virtual HDMI switch or matrix relationship between the transmitter modules and receiver modules so you can share all of your media content with multiple remote locations at the same time anywhere on your network. The ToVi X2 solution was designed to make it really easy for you to create a flexible and expandable AV-over-IP solution for sharing all of your media content anywhere needed on your network at the click of a mouse. The product fully supports 4K media content and 1080p media content simultaneously. It offers KVM functionality, which allows you to plug a keyboard and mouse in at one of the remote locations to remotely control a computer at the primary location. It offers 328 feet of distance between the primary and secondary locations and features audio injection and audio extraction capabilities, which allows you to blend audio in with the media content you're distributing or separate the audio from that media stream and pass it along to a soundbar, home stereo, or amplifier system for better quality audio. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start by explaining the basic components in the X2 system, and then I'll take a quick look at the software and show you how that works, how to access it, and how to add modules to your system. I'll do a quick demonstration as well to show you just how easy this product is to use with your own equipment, and then I'll come back one more time and point out some of the special features that this product provides. So let's get started with an understanding of what the ToVi X2 system includes. So to get started, you'll need a transmitter module and a receiver module, the video network hub, and some type of network, typically a PoE switch. These all plug into the switch and that creates your network. Now, what's interesting about the ToVi X2 solution is that each of the modules are called transceivers, which means they can operate as a transmitter or a receiver, and you can decide by flipping a switch on the front or through the software. So that same module can act as a transmitter connected to your media device or as a receiver connected to your display. They also offer two different models. There's a 4K version and a 1080p version. So depending on the type of content you're sharing, you can choose which of these two is going to work great for your setup. The video network hub is where the software lives that controls the relationship between the transmitters and the receivers, and it has a graphical user interface that you'll access to make changes to the configurations, to create those relationships virtually, and to add new modules to the system. Now the product is incredibly easy to use. You'll essentially plug everything into your network. You'll spin up the graphical user interface on the video network hub through a web browser. You'll essentially open up a web browser and navigate to the IP address of the video network hub. You'll enter your credentials and then the graphical user interface will come up. And I'll show you how to do that next. And when I'm done with that, I'll come back and do a demonstration because this product is so easy to use that you can set up just a basic HDMI extension relationship. If you want to set up a splitter relationship where the same media content is sent to multiple locations, you could set up a switch where you've got multiple transmitters and multiple receivers, or even a matrix relationship all at the same time through that software, again at the click of a mouse. Incredibly flexible. So stay tuned. I'll do a walkthrough of the software, then I'll come back, do that demonstration, and one more time I'll come back and point out some of those special features. The X2 modules are transceivers, which means they can operate as either a transmitter or a receiver depending on how they're set up. So the first thing you'll want to do is to configure two of the modules as transmitters and two of the modules as receivers, and then connect those transmitters to your switch, and then connect the receivers to your switch, as well as the video network hub. Once you've done that, you can open a web browser on any computer on the network and simply navigate to IP address 169.254.8.100, which is the standard network address of the video network hub. Once you arrive there, you'll be greeted by this welcome screen, and you can simply enter your credentials and click the login button. Now, since this is the first time you've used the system, the video network hub has no awareness of any X2 modules on the network, so it needs to identify those modules to add them to your system. And this first screen presents a wizard that will actually scan your network to find those X2 modules. So to start that, click the next button, and then it gives you two choices. Any network modules it finds can be automatically managed by the control box, which is the option we'll select, or you can actually set a static IP for each of the modules manually. So I'll go with the automatically managed by control box option, and I'll click the next button. Right now, the network hub is searching the network for any X2 modules it can find. It's registering those, and it's adding them to the system. And now it's found all the ones that are on the network, and it comes back with two choices. I can automatically add the transmitters and receivers, or in this case called encoders and decoders, to the system, or I can list them and make changes to them before I add them to the system. I'll add them by hitting the next button. And then again, it asks me a second time, are you sure you want to stop the search and add these to your system, or just stop searching and list them? I want to add them to the system. So I'll click that button. And if you watch the two tabs at the top of the screen, you'll see they've gone from 0 to 2 for encoders and decoders. And on the encoder screen, it took a second or two, but you can see that the information is being filled in as the Video Network Hub queries those two modules. Same thing on the decoder. Now I've taken the liberty to already label these two because I have two media players connected up to the transmitters, and I've labeled one of those video and the other one computer. And on the decoder side, I've got two displays set up, a top and a bottom display, and I've labeled those again just to make it easy. Now the nice thing about this is once these modules are identified, I can easily go to the decoder module, and on the right hand side I have a source choice, and if I click that, I can direct either one of my input sources, either the video or the computer, to that particular output. So if I'd like to send, say, the video to the top display, I'll click that, and the video is sent to the top display. And if I want to send the computer to the bottom display, I can click that. So what you see here is two encoders, two different media streams right there that can be sent to any display module that's available on the network. So it's acting like a matrix at this point. But I can also have a single encoder and then send that to different locations as an extender or even as a splitter. Or if I only have a single location, I can choose either the video on encoder 1 or the computer on encoder 2 to send to that particular location. So it's acting like a virtual switch. And it really is just that easy to get it working. Now I'll show you how you can easily use the new ToVi X2 solution to create a virtual switch or a virtual matrix for all of your media content. And for this demonstration, over here I've set up two of the ToVi transceiver modules in transmitter mode, and I have those connected to two small media players. One of those media players is displaying an image of a computer, and the other one is streaming a video. I have the Video Network Hub right here. Over here I've set up two more of the transceivers in receiver mode, and I have those connected to these two monitors, and this represents two different locations where I'd like to display the content from the primary side. Now this solution allows you to easily set up virtual relationships between the transmitters and the receivers, and right now I have it set up as a virtual matrix where I have two inputs being sent to two outputs, and I can easily change which of the inputs is being sent to each of these destinations by simply clicking the mouse. So for example, if I'd like the video sent to all locations, I can click and drag that, and the video is sent to that second location. So the matrix gives me the ability to redirect the media content to any location in the environment that's connected to the same network. Now the switch is similar. A switch will take a single input and then move it between various locations. So again, I can show you that if I'd like to send the computer to the one display, you'll see a change. I have complete control, again, over which of the media streams is being sent to each one of the individual locations on my network by just clicking a mouse. And I can easily expand the system to add additional media streams for more choice, or more destinations at the remote side for displaying it on more monitors. And it really is just that easy to get it working. I hope that software overview and demonstration were helpful in showing you just how flexible the ToVi X2 solution really is. This product is totally software defined, which allows me to set up virtual relationships between the transmitters and the receivers that mimics dedicated products that really only have one function. So if you're using an HDMI splitter, all it can do is split that signal to multiple locations. With this product, I can set up a virtual relationship where I can extend media content from one location to a second location. I can set up a splitter relationship where that same content is sent to multiple locations at the same time. If I add a second transmitter, I can have two media streams and decide which of those media streams I'm sending to a single location so it acts like an HDMI switch. Or if I have multiple locations and multiple transmitters, I could set up a matrix relationship. So it's a very flexible system. And the best part is you can make those changes instantly by clicking a mouse and have multiple relationships across the same network at the same time. So it gives you the ultimate flexibility for distributing your media content to any location where it's needed, again, at the click of a mouse. The nice part is the product supports 4K media content and 1080p media content. It offers KVM functionality, so I can connect the keyboard and mouse up at one of the remote locations to remotely control the computer at the primary location. It offers audio insertion and audio extraction capabilities, so I can add audio to the media streams that I'm distributing, or I can separate the audio from a media stream at one of the locations and pass it along to an amplifier for better quality audio. I also like the fact that the unit is fully PoE compliant because that makes my installation incredibly simple. I plug these into a PoE capable switch and eliminate the need for a power supply at each of those locations. The fact that it's software controlled means that through that graphical user interface, I can make any changes I need to perfectly match my particular configuration. So I hope you found this review helpful, and until next time, as always, thanks an awful lot for watching.